coaching videos are from Coach Haohong, translated and explained by PingSunday. For this type of ball quality, will you opt for a forehand drive? For a ball with this kind of speed, will you choose a forehand drive? For this type of ball, it will easily hit the net, and it also dips. The forehand topspin is not well executed, and minimizing impact when the opponent's ball comes in high and slow. For this type of ball, if we continue to use the high toss, so when do we choose to use topspin? If the quality of the opponent's incoming ball is determined. Conversely, for a low and fast ball, choosing topspin is more reasonable. The first core element of a spin ball is rhythm. For example, in topspin, can we maintain this rhythm? What rhythm should we use? Lift a high arc ball and slow down the rhythm. Then we will brush the ball from the lower right to the upper left. After we serve, the initial descent is when the ball just starts to drop. The best hitting point is at the initial descent. For example, this point represents the peak. For instance, this point marks the start of the decline. This is when the ball reaches its highest bounce. This is the optimal hitting point for a topspin. For example, typically our topspin should have this landing point and rhythm. So what adjustments do we need to make now? Clearly, there's a disruption in the rhythm. I will slightly lower the tempo and slow it down so we can generate more spin on the ball, and then we can better find the combination for the high throw topspin. The second point is the different preparations, the forehand topspin and high throw topspin. The trajectory of the forehand topspin is to hit first and then slide, while the high throw topspin has a trajectory from lower right to upper left. The first forward loop shot, the second high loop topspin, the first forward loop shot, the second high loop topspin. Your overall center of gravity should be more compressed. For example, I usually pull like this. Why do I say this? The contact point for a high topspin shot should be more upward. Therefore, when your center of gravity is lower, and after lifting it, the spin of the ball will be stronger. So when you initiate your stroke, don't just pull back. You also need to pull more towards the lower right. For example, let's pull off to more straight shots. Everyone can see that Coach Haohong starts to serve from the lower right. You must lower your center of gravity. You won't be able to generate spin. So our center of gravity must be fully lowered. Push down. This way my resulting force will be more effective. So what's the third point? For high toss topspin, the racket angle for forehand topspin should be angled downward. High toss topspin should have slightly more brightness, with upward friction. The angles of the two racket faces are different. If you use the high toss topspin racket angle to execute a forehand topspin, this will happen, because there isn't enough space for friction. The racket face can be slightly angled downwards. A racket face, forehand topspin. You can adjust the angle of your racket face. Can you stand a bit straighter? Don't apply too much pressure. Should not have too large a gap. Many players are like this. Pressing like this, shiny like this. In fact, every adjustment in the racket face. It should be a subtle adjustment. For example, the topspin loop. The fourth point is the direction of force. For this type of ball, the counter loop is a forward spin shot. This type has a very low center of gravity.
右下方到左上方发力的就是高调弧圈球。
The biggest difference between the counter loop and the topspin loop is the direction of force in the counter loop. Look at my stance. From the right rear position, apply a bit more force from the lower right to the front. The direction of your arm should be forward, collecting both forward and upward. You need to have forward momentum. When you pull forward, your arm motion must be quick. To make it explosive, it can't be explosive. You need to increase the friction during a quick retraction, balancing the impact and friction of the ball. If you add too much friction, once it can't be fast, so it is an explosive action generated after acceleration. This forms what is called a forehand topspin. Whether it's the direction of my arm's force or the direction of my body's force, it's all directed forward. In the forward motion, we need to pay attention to the balance between friction and impact. If there's too much friction, we also need to pay attention to the issue of quick arm retraction. The ball's explosiveness will naturally occur. Everyone, please pay attention. What about the high toss loop? The high toss loop involves a natural upward and rightward arm retraction. For every shot, you need to move quickly. I move quickly over here. Can you see if you can also lift the balls up?
我们平时练高调弧圈球时可以采用这方法。
Wait for the ball to drop a little before making your shot.
练好摩擦的手感。
Am I waiting low enough? It's not even in the early drop phase. It's not that early at all. So don't be afraid of this ball. When you want to add spin to the ball, then pay attention to my point of contact. You see, it's important to note that
我们拉高调弧圈球时，不能
we cannot simply rely on a flat
拉
stroke.
过去的球弧线会很高。
A ball pulled over like this can also be smashed by others. Coming down, can we? Pull it higher. No, we can't pull it up any higher. Just don't let the arc be too high. After finishing the spin, this is how it's usually done. There is a forearm pressing motion. This ensures the spin of the friction ball, while also ensuring the curve. Don't intentionally pull the curve to high. So when executing the loop,
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.